Hey, Mr. Robinson.
Hello, Mr. Rose.
How are you doing today?
It's another day that God has blessed me to be alive, and that's a reason to celebrate.
Amen.
But I have a little problem.
Really? What's that?
Well, you see, I parked my car up the block,
Okay.
and it's almost time for the street sweeper to come and sweep the streets.
All right.
Now, if I don't move my car, I'll get a parking ticket.
I don't like parking tickets.
Yeah, me either.
So what's the problem? You don't know how to move your car?
No, that's not it. It's just that I wanted to run into the store real quick and pick up some groceries. I can't do both things at once, and I'm kind of pressed for time.
I see. Well, I could go to the store for you and pick up the groceries.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, thank you. That would really help me.
Oh, no problem.
Here's a list of all the items I need from the store.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, now I gotta run. See ya.
Bye,
Thanks
Mr.
again.
Robinson. All right, no problem. Mr. Robinson needs us to help him buy groceries from the store. Wait a minute. He didn't give me any money to buy his groceries. And I don't have a problem buying it with my own money. I just want to make sure I have enough. Can you guys help me figure out if we have enough money to buy Mr. Robinson's groceries? All right, guys, I'm back. And we are going to work together to figure out if I have enough money, to pay for Mr. Robinson's groceries. Somebody raise a silent hand, and when you raise your hand, I will unmute you. And tell me, how, how, how are we going to find out whether or not I have enough money? What do we need to know? Okay, Chrislyn.
How much money the food costs?
How much money the food costs? Yes, that's very, very important. How much money the food costs. Somebody else, what else do I need to know? Very important. Go ahead, Kyle.
Something else you need to know is that we need to know how much 12 eggs cost, how much
Right,
one apple costs. No.
right. We need to know how much each of the foods cost, right? Right, that makes sense. Is there something else we need to know? I need to know if I have enough money to buy this food. So what else do we need to know? Somebody raise a silent hand. How much? What else? Yes, Elizabeth.
We might also need to know how much money you have.
Exactly. We need to know how much money I have. So I think we have all of the things down that we need to know. First thing we need to know is how much the food costs, right? And the second thing we need to know is how much money I have, right? And Kyle said we need to know how much each one of these foods cost. Great, that's great. We do need to know how much each one of those foods cost. So let's move on. Let's get down to it. But first off, we have 3 dozen eggs, we have 4 apples, 2 loaves of bread, 3 gallons of milk, and 3 cheese wheels. All right. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, and I don't know if you have a piece of paper or anything, but it would be a good idea to get a sheet of paper. If you have one, pick it up and get a pencil. If not, I'm going to give you a little time to go get that. All right. All right. So let's get down to it. First thing you need to know is how much these foods cost, right? Or we can even start with how much money I have. I'm going to give that to you. I have $60. So you want to write that down. $60. All right. So I have $60. Gonna write that on the screen. 60. I have $60. Okay. All right. Now we need to know how much the food costs. So let's get to that. All right. So this is telling us that 3 dozen egg or 1 dozen egg is $3. 1 dozen egg is $3. 1 apple is $1. A loaf of bread is $2. A gallon of milk is $5. And a wheel of cheese is $4. All right. So now that we know how much all the food costs, can we just add up these numbers and we'll know how much to pay for the food? All right, Kyle is saying no and Kristen is saying yes. Kyle, why are you saying no?
I say no because I mean you can do that, but that would kind of be a little harder to because these are like only each of the items, not like all of the items Mr. Brown wants us to get.
Great, great. And his name is Mr. Robinson, but I want to make it all right. So I'm gonna unmute you. I want you to stay with me. Unmute yourself. All right.
Okay.
So you use the word each. What does the word each mean?
I'm definitely not trying that. Each means it means
So if a dozen eggs is $3 each, it means it's $3 for how many dozen eggs?
it means for $3 for each dozen egg.
Each dozen eggs. So each means what? Does it mean 5 dozen eggs?
It means four. Oh, does it mean how many? How does it mean? What? You know what I
Somebody, all right,
mean?
I'm gonna mute you, guy, Kyle. Can somebody help Kyle? What does each mean? It means how much it costs for how many? Go ahead, Kristlyn.
For 3 dozen eggs.
No, each doesn't mean for 3 dozen. Each. What does each mean? So when we use the word each, it means for each one. It means for each one, right? Each means for each one. So we don't want just 1 dozen eggs, though. We want 3 dozen eggs. We want 4 apples. We want 2 loaves of bread. We want 3 gallons of milk and 5 cheese wheels. So we're not just buying one of each of these. Each thing that we're buying more than one of them, right? So we can't just add the price of one of each of these. If we do that, we will not have the total amount that this grocery trip is going to cost. All right? So I'm going to move to the next slide so we get a better picture of what we actually need to do. All right, now look at that. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to try it first. I'm going to try it first. And then I want you guys to help me out with the next few. All right, I'm going to try to see if we can begin to figure out how much this is going to cost and whether or not $60, which is how much I have, is enough to pay for it. Okay, so I'm going to go first, and I see that there's 3 dozen eggs. There's 3 dozen eggs. So I'm going to add $3 every time I see a dozen eggs because I know that each one of these is worth $3. So 3 plus 3 plus 3. All right. Somebody tell me why I wrote 3 down 3 times. Why did I write 3 times? I see your hand, Chrislyn and Kyle. You guys have been great participating. Let's get Mikey to answer. Mikey, why do we write 3 times there?
3 times 3
Yeah, 3 times 3 is 3 plus 3 plus 3. But why in this case did we write 3 3s?
because there are 3 cents for each pack of eggs,
Is it 3
and there are
cents?
three cartons of eggs.
Yes, there are 3 cartons of eggs, and for each of them, is it 3 cents or is it
$3.
$3? Excellent, $3. And you said something interesting. You said 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is another way to write this, right? Because we're adding 3 times. So that's 3 times 3. Okay? All right. So, but before we get to the multiplication stuff, let's go ahead and solve this. What is 3 plus 3? Type it in the chat. Let's see if we can type it in first. Type 3 plus 3 in the chat. Oh, let me see. I got 3 answers. Chrislyn said 9. Nope, 3 plus 3 is not 9. Elizabeth said 6, and Kyle said 6. Yes, 3 plus 3 is 6. Now, if we add another 3, what will we have then? Type it in the chat. Kristen said 9. Kristen was the first one this time. 9, yes. If we add another 3, we will end up with, whoop, my annotation thing is in the wrong place. We will end up with 9. I'm just going to write it over here. 9. Okay? All right. Good job. All right, so now I need somebody to do the next one with me. Do the next one with me. I'm going to ask CJ. CJ, please unmute yourself.
Yes.
All right, so what would be the equation for this one? We have 4 apples here, and they're each $1. So what should I write?
1 plus 1 plus 1.
1 plus 1 plus 1. Is that it? Should I do any more?
One more. Just one more.
Okay, one more. Why just one more?
Because there's only 4 apples.
Very good. There's only 4 apples, and for each apple, we need to write down $1, right? So how much are we going to spend on apples in total? I'm going to ask your bigger brother to help you. I'm going to ask Michael to help you. Michael, help CJ out. Let's get through this. What's 1 plus 1?
1 plus 1 equals 2.
And if we add another one, it'd be what?
1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3.
And then if we added another one, it would be what?
4.
4, right? So if we add 1 4 times, we end up with 4. Thank you for helping him. Now, Michael.
No.
Michael.
Yes.
Now you remember the Caribbean song, right? The Caribbean multiplying song, right?
Yes. I can't believe you heard that.
So what is the chorus say? What does it say about multiplying? What is multiplying?
Repeat adding.
Multiplying is repeat adding, right?
It's just repeat adding.
Yes, it is. And look, that's what we're doing, right? We're adding the same number We're adding the same number each time, here and here. So Michael, I know you can help me with this one. For the next one, instead of writing addition problems, let's write this next one with the bread as a multiplication problem. What would I write?
Two, no, 1 plus 1.
1 plus 1?
2 times 2.
2 times 2. How did you get 2 times 2, Michael?
It's because there are 2 breads and there's $2.
That's right. Perfect. There's 2 loaves of bread, and each one of them costs $2. So the first two is telling us the cost of the bread, and the second one is telling us how many loaves of bread there are. All right? And so what we want to do is we want to find out what 2 times 2 is. Well, 2 is what we're adding, and the other 2 is telling us how many times. So this time we need to write 2 twice, and we need to add them together. Somebody type me in the chat, what is 2 plus 2? 2 plus 2 is 4. Whoops. 2 plus 2 is 4. Yes. Good job, Chrislyn. All right, so if 2 plus 2 is 4, then we also know that 2 times 2 is 4. Great job. All right, so now for this next one, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity. Everybody an opportunity to give me the multiplication equation for the milk. What would the multiplication equation be? I want you to type it in the chat. Use the X, use the letter X as your multiplication symbol. Good job, Elizabeth S. She got it first. Somebody else, come on. Good job, Chrislyn. Good job, Michael. Excellent, excellent, excellent job. So what I saw in the chat was this. I saw 5 times 3, right? 5 is how much each bottle costs, and 3 represents how many bottles there are. Great job. All right. Elizabeth S., I'm going to unmute you. Please tell me, how can I write 5 times 3 as an addition problem?
5 plus 5 plus 5.
5 plus 5 plus 5. Excellent job, right? Because we have 3 bottles of milk and each one of them is $5, we need to add them 3 times. Okay? And I'm going to give everybody a chance in the chat, quickly as you can. Give me, what is 5 plus 5 plus 5? Good job, Chrislyn. Good job, Elizabeth. Waiting on one more. Kyle, good job. Michael, I need the answer to that, not just the equation. I need the answer. Waiting for you, Mike. All right, I'm going to help you out. It's 15. It's 15. Kyle got it. Chrislyn and Elizabeth. Great job. He finally typed it in. Good job, Michael. All right. All right, now this last one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cheese wheels and they're each $4. Type in the chat the equation and the answer all at once. The multiplication equation and the answer all at once. Good job, Chrislyn. Good job, Kyle. Elizabeth S., I see your equation, but not the answer. I said that I need the equation and the answer. Good job. All right, Kyle, unmute yourself. Tell me what you got.
So I said 5 times 4 equals 20 because there's five wheels of cheese, and each of them cost $4.
And each of them costs $4. Excellent, excellent, excellent job. And what was your answer? Whoops, I'm gonna unmute you. Go ahead. What was your answer? Whoop, where are you, Kyle? Oh, she's frozen. Elizabeth, give me your answer.
I got 20.
20. Good job. 20. And Chrislyn, I'm going to ask you, how could I have written this as an addition problem?
You could have done 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5.
5 plus 5 plus 5. I'm sorry. Drawing with my mouse takes a while. Plus 5. Okay. Now, what is another way we could have written this as an addition problem? This is not wrong. What she's essentially saying is we had to add 5 4 times, but we have 5 cheeses. What's another way we could have written this as an addition problem? Each cheese is $4. Go ahead, Chrislyn, tell me.
4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4.
So how many times am I adding 4? I'm adding 4 5 times. And why am I adding 4 5 times, Chrislyn? I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead, tell me.
Because there is 5 real cheeses and it costs
$4 each. I think you got cut off at the end. Yes. All right. All right. So both of those equations work, and we have finished. We have finished our finding out how much each it's going to cost for each group, right? Of groceries, of types of groceries. But now, do we know yet? Do we know yet if I have enough money to buy Mr. Robinson's groceries? What do we have to do now? Go ahead, Chrislyn.
we have to add it all up.
We have to add it all up. All right. So you and Elizabeth, you guys go ahead and add it up and tell me what you get. I'm going to clear the screen. So we have 9. Good job, Elizabeth S. 4, 4. I'm going to give Kristen a little bit more time to figure this one out. 15 and 20. All right, so it costs 9 for the eggs, 4 for the apples, 4 for all the bread, 15 for all of the milk, and 20 for all of the cheese. All right, let's do this one together. I'm going to I'm going to ask Elizabeth S. to walk me through it. Whoops. I'm going to ask you to walk me through it.
So first I did 4 plus 4.
Okay, so you add the first thing you did was add one of the easy ones together. That's right, because when we're adding, the order doesn't matter, right? The order doesn't matter. So the first thing you added was 4 plus 4, and what did you get? Oh, you muted yourself.
I got 8.
You got 8. So I'm gonna cross out the 4s because we already added that, and we ended up with 8. Then what did you do?
Then I did 8 plus 9.
8 plus 9 is what?
7. 8 plus 9 is 17.
8 plus 9 is 17. So now we have 17. And then what did you do?
Then I added them all together. 17 plus 15 plus 20.
Okay, so what's 17 plus 15?
17 plus 15 is 20, 30, 32.
It's 32. And then we have one more left.
And then I added it with 20.
And 32 plus 20 is?
52.
32 plus 20 is 52. Excellent job. Excellent job. 52. Woo, that's not neat, but it is 52. And how much did I say that I had?
Oh my goodness. I
All right, I'm gonna call on Kyle. Kyle, how much did I say I had? I unmuted you. Oh, I'm asking them.
You said you had 60.
I had 60, and the total of all of these groceries was 52. So do I have enough? Kyle, do I have enough?
Yes, you have enough.
Awesome.
Cause, cause,
Go ahead.
yeah, you have enough because if you did 60 minus 52,
Mm-hmm.
that would get you to eight more. So you have 8 more.
So I would have $8 left over after I went to the store and bought all of Mr. Robinson's groceries. Guys, this was so much fun teaching you this. That's it. That's it for today. So guys, can somebody tell me? Somebody tell me, remind me, how would you describe multiplication? Chrislyn, what is multiplication?
Multiplication is repeating. Adding.
Right, it's repeat adding. And so when we say repeat adding, all we mean is adding the same number over and over and over again. We see that with the eggs, with the apple, with the bread, each one of them cost the same amount. So if we're going to add up 3 cartons of eggs, we have to add up the same number over and over and over again. And when we're doing that, we can substitute the addition for a multiplication equation. All right, that is our lesson for today.